There's no way I can ever block it all because there's so many little things you can do. I'm pretty sure you can get like replicated eyes that aren't picked up as eyes. So it's funny. Oh, I have to kind of tell a story, and it almost gives me enough reason to transition it into a video. But I have had the craziest. Uh, It's just been a weird time on Tinder. Okay, this is one for the books. If I had known what it was going to turn into, I would have taken screenshots because I found it all very interesting. This is if I had to really go, I'd go because this is gonna be take a few minutes. I'm on Tinder, looking for dates as you do. You get those. What reminded me is the change of characters. The reason, but there's the scam accounts that are like Snapchat. They're like, oh, message me here. What these scam accounts do is they use these special characters, and then their message appears only when you go into their account. But when you're just doing the quick preview, it just has those question marks and it looks real messy. But they're just kind of using invisible blocks, I think. And for some reason, Tinder can't pick this up. But what I'd do is I'd swipe right on them, and I'd just say the same message, "Hi bot." I'd do wave and bot, like a bot emoji. That's it. Now I did this a little bit. It's for fun. So this happens for a bit, and then one day I wake up and my account has been suspended and they need to confirm I'm real. I'm like, what? The only thing I can think of is me sending these repeated messages has triggered them to think I'm a bot. So I have to go through and verify. They send me a code, da da da. I re-verify, sorry. I'm already verified. Verified email, blah blah blah, everything. So it's crazy that I have to redo this just because I sent a couple of repeated messages to actual scam. That's where I thought the story would end. This is why I never took any screenshots, because I thought after each episode that was the end. But after that, cool, get my account back. You know, I've been swiping, and what Tinder does is they'll preview like gold features, the thing that you pay for. For example, they'll show you someone's profile who likes you, and it'll tell you they like you. Now, I get one, not a full preview showing this someone likes you, but in my message logs it has a blurred out thing and a name. So I know a name, and that's it. Now their name, I won't say it, but it was suspect in terms of if it was female or not. But I thought, why am I being shown to a dude when I'm not when I'm a male looking for female? This is odd. So I go to my settings to check. I thought, I'm gonna change my settings. I'm gonna find this person. So I found this dude. Swipe on him. Change my settings back. I don't talk to him. I should have at the end of all this, I should have taken a photo, because when you okay, this is the next part. I pay for gold because the next morning when I woke up, my phone blew up. I'm not a popular guy on Tinder, okay? I don't get many likes. So I paid for gold. They tempted me with like a discounted gold. I was like, cool, I'll get it for a week and figure out what the hell's going on. Because I changed my settings, bang on, what you said, they turned me gay. So I have just a feed of dudes who've all swiped on me. And why the hell have you put me in this pool? They hinted at me to like say this person has liked you, who's not in your pool, but because I'm a detective and I went and found him, I'm now got a inbox. Because the thing, like I said, I don't like having a like counter telling me, it's like a notification. I want to get rid of it. So I swipe right on all these dudes and just apologize. I'm just like, sorry. And there's one really old dude, which was really creepy. It was like, bruh. And he didn't understand what I said. So he kept trying to like make passes on me. I'm like, bro, it's really weird. That's really strange. I end up telling so many people, like, just read my bio. Because I changed my bio. I said, look, Tinder's fucked me over. For some reason, it's put me in this pool. My whole Tinder experience is ruined at this point. I've given them money to find out that they've put me in a pool, into the gay pool. So at this point, I'm just like, well, I'm not really happy. I'm at the point where I want to complain. Yeah, it was. It's super sad. That's not fair for them. It just fucked everyone over. But here's the thing. This is it. The whole situation hasn't ended. Because at this point again, I'm thinking maybe I should take screenshots. Because this is kind of crazy. And then, yeah, bro. This is the third episode. This is the thing. This is where I was like, why didn't I take screenshots? Why didn't I take screenshots? What? But part of me didn't want to take screenshots because people's name and face, and that's kind of personal. So I didn't, in that sense, want to. But there was definitely something like the suspension was definitely something I should have taken a screenshot of. If I had taken a screenshot of that dude blurred out saying "Gold suggest this dude," that would have been okay. But again, I wasn't thinking about how crazy this whole story would turn into. But here's the thing: I still got gold, and I start getting all these likes. Not like the same volume as when I was in the gay pool, but I started to get a couple of likes every day. But a lot of these accounts, or all of these accounts, with the exception of a couple, were in Africa. Like 13, 14k, 1,000 k's away, as it would tell me. Why have I been jumped from the regular pool where I got a lot of bots, which I jokingly responded to, into putting into a gay pool for one person? And I'm curious, so I'm gonna, not in that way, but I'm curious to, I like how technology works and I work things out, right? I'm putting the gay pool, I'm flooded with likes, something I've never had before. My friend said to me, well, wasn't it nice getting complimented? And I said, well, no. In my life, I've kind of, as I guess as a defense mechanism, kind of just ignore all incoming, because a compliment and insult are the same thing, really. It's just someone's opinion of you. I've just kind of built a defense. So even when people are nice, I'm like, whatever. That's just your opinion. Not to be rude, but that's just your opinion, you know? And I've built that. I can't change that. That's who I am. That's what I've become. So I said to my friend, no, it's not that great. And then I get put into the pool of people halfway across the world who... This thing, I don't know. It just boggled my mind. And I thought, wow, I could almost transition this into a video about like my Tinder experiences and stuff and dating as a disabled person. But like the problem is I don't have anything to show, and I think a video of me just talking would be difficult to get it all across. Like I don't think I've done a great job here. I'd want it a lot more well put. But it's such a crazy experience, and if I had actual like stuff, I would love to make a video about it and then transition into the ones I've told you about. Show the examples of how people can be kind of fucked up. But at the same time, it's, like I've said before, it's a huge topic that's tricky and people don't really want to hear it. And I don't really want to talk about it in some ways. Anyway, that was my recent Tinder experience, and I left the service. I don't think I'm ever going to go back. And when they ask me for reasons why I'm leaving, I explain the situation. I don't think they'll contact me, because why would they? Why would they care? They made a quick buck out of me and move on. It proves that like the ratio of men to women on those apps is insanely lean towards men. There's like, I don't know, my mate when he was looking, like when he was using the apps and stuff, like he did a lot of research, and he did say like the number of men compared to women is insane. Like women's phones just blow up if they're on those apps. It's really unhealthy, honestly, is what I think. And I'm probably never going to use Tinder again after that experience. But as I said, all of them are owned by the same company, so it's so stupid. All the big ones like Bumble and Tinder have the same, I think, owner or company owner. I think this one I'm on now is the same. But I know it's tricky for everyone dating, don't get me wrong, but some of y'all have like with my friend, he lacked self-esteem, but then he realized that he's actually quite attractive after going on those. So a lot of it's on people, and so it is for me as well, but at the same time there's extra hurdles. Okay, so I'm a short dude, right? You can't change your height. Well, But anyway, I get this message, right? This is the first message, by the way. She hasn't said hello. Really, are you 147? I'm taller than you. That is her opening line. And then this is Bumble, by the way. So females, message first. But the whole philosophy design behind it is so women don't get abused and harassed straight off the bat. To mitigate that, I guess. So this is her opening message, right? Crazy. And then the following thing is this. And I just go into her. But then she goes, or maybe you're pranking. I haven't found all the images. I need more. There are. Because she then goes on and just digs. She's already dug a hole, right? Like, it is insane what she says next. I could not. I was like, genuinely baffled. There's one thing I really want to do is I want to get like little hidden cameras that like look all around me and just walk around and just see people and how they look and stare. It's insane, man. Like, I've had friends say like, doesn't that bother you? It's like, well, fucking oath it does. What am I gonna do about it though? Like, this is where she digs deep. Because she follows that, or maybe you're a prank. She's like, there's people on TikTok that do this kind of stuff. And they make fake profiles, and it's just a joke. I'm like, that's not fucking funny. That's really weird, and it's weird that you think I'm that. TikTok's brain rot, and it's fucked up that you think like that. And I said, you need to go outside and get some grass. Something along those lines. Like, I said, not everyone lives on TikTok. Like, how would anyone know that? Her connection to reality. Like, these people like this that just don't think. But that's my life, y'all. It's crazy. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not like I am kind of down about it. It sucks life. In that sense, it does suck. So I understand that it's gonna take someone like very special to change that. Like, I've been in relationships, not good ones, admittedly. It's just weird. It's my life. It's hard to explain, but it's just my reality. But I explain. I think for everyone, everyone's a product of their environment, and my environment's very unique in many senses, as you've all seen. You know, where's that bad boy? You know, look at this bad boy. Holy fuck! I shouldn't be alive. That's the truth. That's crazy, in my opinion. Like, seeing this myself buzzes me out. Normally stuff that I see about myself doesn't buzz me out. Like, when I posted that photo with me with all the tubes and stuff, I don't look at that and go, because I think because I'm so young, there's that disconnect. Whereas this is like very now. Okay, I'm just gonna sort that out later. Anyway. Hey Diary, how you doing, mate? So earlier today I mentioned I'd been to America. I went to America starting from the age of 4. There's the picture of the tubes that I posted on Twitter. I was about 4 years old there, and that was like the one that got me close to death. All in total, I've had 27 operations on my back. The final one being spine fusion. So my spine, that's why it's all kind of like meshed together. They've fused it. So they've done a lot. I was about 17 or 18 when I kind of said, hey, I'm done with hospital. But I was on a lot of medication, like lots that I would no longer take just because of how fucked up you get, opiate related. So now when I go to doctors, I say like, don't even bother. And I've had this is the thing, doctors will be like, you have to do this, you have to take this will help. When I've either taken it before and it doesn't help, or something I don't want to use because of the side effects. And the first, I don't know off the top of my head because I was young and I was a kid, so I didn't keep track. But I think around when I was 8 or 9, well, my mum raised a lot of money for these surgeries in America because America ain't cheap and it ain't free. But for those first surgeries, my mum was raising like the first bill. I think my phone is being used. I'd have to. It's in my text messages from my mum because I asked her. $250,000 US. Let that sink in. And this is in the 90s. $250,000 US. Things were okay, I just had a lot of pain in that stage of my life, and that's why I was on so much medication. So life goes on, I'm like, look, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this hospital shit. You guys don't have any answers for me right now. Because I was just going to appointments to try and get answers, then there were none. It's just like, this is your life now, but we'll try to find something if you want us to. But then at that point you go, well, I'm just wasting your resources. You could be helping someone who you could find a solution for, you know? That's almost where I'm at again. Everything's, medically, everything's okay. Like, I have my pain, but it is what it is. And then it wasn't until literally, I think January 2023, so about roughly 10 years of like no hospital stuff, by choice. The one time I went in was for food poisoning, and then yeah, January hit, and that's when where that circle is. I don't know what it is, they don't know what it is, and the doctor's just like, he said, I cannot see anything that would contribute to the pains you're having. So again, it's just like, well, we can't really do a whole lot. He pretty much said, unless you get worse, a huge change due to this pain. I've gone from no real medication, just drinking and smoking a bit of dope, dabbling in a couple other things, but just, you know, regular young person stuff. Obviously not everyone, but I don't want to go to a doctor and then go through, whoa, you got a big fucking long history, let me just go through that for a minute. It's just a painful, I don't need to go through this. And I need someone who's right. How they print 3D rib cages now? Kind of. That's kind of what I was saying. So the technology they use now is kind of like it is parts of it are 3D printed, and it's also a robotic. So for me, I was having surgeries every 6 months as a child, right? They no longer need to do that. All they need to do is one incision, put this device in, and then they can extend the length of the rods from the outside. You don't need to open them up. Like I said, it's crazy advancements of what they were doing to now. Like, it's really incredible. It's really sad also. I found out when I started this journey, I wanted to go back and thank all my doctors. I knew one of them, there was two from America. I knew one had already passed, but I went and found the other one where he had been working. He had a centre, and like 6 months prior he had passed away. So I was kind of like, shit, I kind of wish I'd started this journey a little sooner, because I feel a little bit, I would have loved to have even just a message, you know, and said thank you, knowing that he heard that, you know. But even better, I would have liked to have seen him. Anyway, life happens, people pass. But before all this new pain started, I'd gone to my doctor to make positive. I say positive because generally stopping smoking weed, for example, was positive. Starting oils instead, especially my lung is fucked, so I shouldn't smoke. I know that. But it annoys me because I was making what one would consider positive and good changes, and then I kind of just, my body's like, well, actually, fuck you. This is your life now. So yeah, I'm back to square one in many ways. If I legitimately, if I don't have my medication, I'm bedridden. I won't be able to sleep, or my sleep will be very disruptive, more so than it already is. But yeah, that's a rundown again of my life, I guess. What's your story? This started as a Tinder story like an hour ago, and has gone into this. But I wish I had the image. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I must have it somewhere. Because what that lady said was just crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, if people actually do that, that's so fucked up. Like, if you make a fake dating profile and make it really short, to like get people to say weird shit and then make a TikTok video, like, first off, why is anyone doing that? That's weird. I don't know how you can explain to me that it's not weird. The only way you can say it's not weird is, oh, it's entertaining people. So anything that entertains people is okay in some ways. To some degree, I agree with that. But this is kind of fucked up. I just can't, I don't know. I don't know. How can you know? It's crazy. It's crazy people. Anyway, I'm done with this talk. Okay? Calm down. I'm fine. My life is spiraling downwards, but I'm okay. I say that because it's hard right now for me to like plan anything future-wise. Because okay, I do look at the positives and go, hey look, it's been 2 years. It hasn't gone worse. So this is probably where the whatever this is and whatever's caused this is kind of where it is at. It's not a continuation of down, your body's fucked up, or fucking up, blah blah blah. I'm not losing my leg access, you know. Hopefully it doesn't get with it. A fucking oath, bro. But that's the thing, and I have to try and calculate that. Because there's and this is the problem. This is the problem. I have days where I feel fine. And it makes no sense. I lift my weights. I stopped doing that for a month because I thought, I've got to be realistic. Maybe I can't do this anymore. Maybe this is what's causing it. I stopped doing my weights that I do every day for a month, but I've done for years. I've tracked it all. I had a break. There's exceptions. There's a couple of days where I have breaks, but it's a consistent thing for me. Okay, it's something I'm proud of. I've done a good job, I feel. And I'm like, realistically, I think to myself, I have to have a month off. I have to be realistic. Maybe this is the problem. Maybe I should stop. I stop for a month, no change. Cool. I'm going back to my weights because it makes me feel good. It's good for me. And then I have days where I'm just utterly confused. I think this is a fair assumption that going temp bowling probably isn't the best thing for me. When, for example, I've told the doctor, like, cleaning my teeth or scrubbing a pot after cooking, when this pain is in action, flared up, it hurts like a motherfucker and makes it worse. Sounds weird, but it's just that action of moving my arms. So logically, you would think bowling probably isn't the best idea, buddy. But I'm like, yo, me and my mate were out for dinner, and I'd had my meds, so I thought I'd take the risk. I want to try. I am trying to get back into things I can do. And we go bowling. And the next morning I'm fine. Well, then even that night, the next day, and I was like, what? I text him and go, bro, what? And he's like, he's a smart guy. The reason I have this image is because he has the technology on his computer. He's like he's a brainiac, okay? He talks stuff out. I'm just thinking, like, I can't take this all in, but I want to, because what you're saying is, like, very interesting. He's a very cool person, good friend of mine. And he's like, he's like me. We want to try and figure it out. And I said to him, dude, I'm fine. That doesn't make any sense. I used to play pool on the table, 8-ball, and I don't think I can anymore. Not so much because of my back issues, but just because of my neck. I have to be careful on how I move my neck, because I can put my neck out. That's one of the original things I went back to my doctor for, because I finally found that I used to research online trying to figure out things, because I hated going to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor. That was pretty much what it was. And whenever I got one of these headaches, I would try and figure it out, but I could never find an answer. And then one day, I did find an answer, and I went to the doctor and I said, look, I think it's this. And he confirmed it was. It's a type of headache that's caused from your neck, and it's like a migraine. But for me, afterwards, the days following, my whole body, my whole torso is shocked. And I think it's the defense mechanism of my body, because whenever intense things happen, I get that pain. For example, and by intense, I mean intense to my body. It may not be something that's intense to me, but for example, after a flu shot or even like the COVID one really hit me, and I felt, and that's what I tell people is I feel old. My body just it aches. And like moving hurts and walking hurts and talking and breathing it all. You just feel, oh, it's like, why am I still alive? I feel like I'm like 99. So hopefully it doesn't get worse. I don't think it's gonna get better. I'm at that point. For a long time I was thinking, hey, this is temporary. This will pass. But I'm now at the point where I think I explained it in my post recently. Originally I thought it was something to overcome, but in reality now I see it as something I have to just maintain and live with. Do you think it'll get worse when you're older? 100%. I think it is something that is just kind of how my body's gonna age. That's what I genuinely think that. I don't think it's something that they can really. We can do our best with medication and stuff. And I went into doctors once knowing, because of his age, that he was just not gonna listen. I just walked out. I was like, cool. And the first thing I did is I went in and enrolled at a new GP at a new clinic, because if I'm gonna go and see you and you're gonna tell me to start a medication that I've tried doesn't work, and you're gonna take me off what works, you're a fucking asshole. Like, you're not my doctor. You're not a doctor. You're a bad person. You're meant to help people. What's wrong with you? You're so set in your ways. Like, imagine if I brought up, hey, can you give me a medicinal oil? Bro, I bet my life a man of that age, like, no, cannabis is wrong. Cannabis is bad. Bro, things change. Our understanding of things change. That's why I always say, like, what's good for me and, like, what's bad. Because reality is, our understanding of things change. We evolve. For me, it's a quality of life thing. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna take this because in 5-10 years, if it is that long, that I'm gonna struggle to get off this. I don't care. Why would I care? That would be 5-10 years of hell. And then I'm just gonna... That hurdle, to me, withdrawing from a powerful medicine, to me, sounds easy. In comparison, I'm like, yeah, that's a little hurdle. Bitch, I just climbed Everest. I don't care about a hurdle. I don't mean to say bitch. I wasn't saying that referring to my doctor. She's lovely, like I said. I'm saying that to the world. I just climbed Everest, y'all. Butt naked. It's cold. It's not nice. There's lots of dead bodies. I just got back down. Okay, I'll get over the hurdle. That's fine. I'll stay butt naked, okay? I'll get over that hurdle. That's fine. That's no problem. So... Alright, mate. You guys all caught up. You're in the know. And... where I was at and where I'm at now is... No, I'm a new person. I can't express it in any other way. I'm not who I was, because there are a lot of things I can't do. There's lots of things I'm not even going to risk. I'd love to go and play pool. I really would. But I think it's not worth the risk of... Because if I put my neck out, I'm out for 2 or 3 days. This medication alone doesn't help with that. The thing is, we found nothing. The reason I've got control of this issue, is because I worked hard with an incredible physio who's given me exercises and has helped me and taught me how to build the strength in my neck. And without her, I would still be having these headaches. I've had them all my life, and I tried to explain it to my doctor. As a child, or I explained it to my doctor, I didn't try. As a child, I had these exact same things, but I didn't know how to express the difference because my body was just pain. Not head to toe, but pretty almost, you know? So when I had one of these headaches and I had more pain than normal, I just like, yeah, I'm in pain. But then when I come back now, 25 years later, I'm like, bro, I had these when I was a child. Like, obviously they couldn't do anything about it because it was hard to pinpoint the exact damages, but I was just relieved that I found what it was and we could like work on a solution. And we did, and I'm proud of like the work I've put in and where I've got to, where I definitely reduced my headaches that I get, but I can't eliminate it. I have to be so fucking careful. I have to fight 30 plus years of muscle memory. Because if someone goes, hey, look over there, what are you gonna do? You're gonna look. I need to be careful about how much I move my head. I tried therapy, okay? The first one was free option, government funded. I thought I'd start the one working out. But one of the things he suggested, because I said I don't like the people looking at me constantly, is the constant barrage of people looking. What's a tool to deal with that? And he said when you see people looking, I'll get back to, there's a point I need to make about that, but he suggested this. He said, pick a colour and look around until you find it. I don't want to say to him, look, I can't do that, it's going to fuck my neck. Second of all, going back to the thing I want to tell you about, is when you say when someone's looking, do this. My guy, they're always fucking looking. What do you want me to do? Just like be a cartoon and spin my head around and look for colours? Like, I don't think you're grasping what I'm saying, my friend. That first session with that guy was so bad. He didn't listen to me at all. I got 3 free sessions. The first one was him not listening to me, pretty much saying, he was trying to suggest, oh, are you unmotivated? Are you able to get out of bed and do stuff? Like, my guy, I'm the most motivated I've been in my life. Outside of this new pain, the things I've done, I'm so happy with. I've made so many good changes. I love what I'm doing online. Like, I've never been more motivated in my life. I get out of bed, bro. I'm out of bed at 3 AM. That is not my problem. I went back to the second session and said, look, I just cleared it up and I said, look, you got the wrong end of the stick, mate. Like, that is not my problem. I'm not like depressed in that sense. I get out of bed happily. I got shit to do, things I want to do. Every fucking day. You just make it work, don't you? But I just thought that's like absurd. I can't bend my neck around to look for colours, bro. And I can't do it that often. But as I said, I had to fight 30 plus years of muscle memory. We had the pandemic. I wanted to go back to the city that I spent a lot of my time growing up in. Like, adult life. Go see old friends at bars and clubs, etc. And just see what the fuck the city looks like, because it would have changed since the pandemic. Obviously a lot of places have closed, new ones are starting to open, but unfortunately there's still a lot very empty. I go town, I put my neck out, because what I do, I'm fucking looking around. I didn't even think. But you do, because it's not normal to fight you. Imagine if it's so hard to explain because everything we do is practically muscle memory. Like, we don't think about things. Like, for example, when you go to have a drink, you almost don't even need to look. You can find the handle, pick it up, and you don't even think about it. It's just, you've done it so much in your life, you've learned to do it, right? But now, imagine if you had to think about it. It's the same with someone with brain damage. If they like, oh, I see the cup, I need to hold it, pick it up, and bring it to me. The process is a lot slower. You have to think about everything. In that sense, with my neck and now what I do and how I move, I can't. That's the reality. I can't always be thinking. There's distraction in life. It's as easy as, like I said, someone says, hey, look over there. Look at that. What am I looking at? There's times where I do remember, like, mate, just, I might, like, turn around slowly and have a look or whatever. Or I'll be like, look, I can't. Or when I'm sitting with someone to eat, I'll be like, can you sit there so we can actually converse without me breaking my neck? I won't get much today. Anyway, appreciate you all, love you all, be good to yourself, be kind, be good to others as well, you know, when you can be. Text your mum and tell her you love her, be a good person. If your mum is no longer here, then, you know, say a prayer. Tell your old man that you love him, sorry. Whoops. Tell your old man that you love her. Tell your old man that you love him. Brothers, sisters, pets, whatever. Just be kind, be good to one another. Don't open on your date saying, "Oh, am I taller than you?" As always. Until next time. Oh, actually, no. Thumbs up.
Tilted Perspective.